Do you like to get mobile and go outside and make videos, but you're really not happy with the quality of the audio on your mobile device, whether it be your phone or your camera? Well, let's talk about some alternatives, some little things we can do to make that audio just a little bit better. What's up, blind viewers? All right, we're going to continue on with this little series talking about how to improve your audio. That's right, getting that voice and other sounds just a little bit better for your videos and your live streaming. So in this video, we're going to talk about going mobile. That's right, going outside. We talked about laptops and computers and all kinds of stuff inside for in your studio. But now, if you want to go out and about and do things, well, there's some gear you should have on hand. So we're going to go over a couple things that I have, some things that I use, and we'll go over a whole bunch of other things for your camera and even your smartphone. All right, let's start with the smartphone. Well, I don't have a whole lot of experience with this because I don't use a smartphone for anything except talking and texting. I don't make videos. I can't see that little screen. I don't use it. But I do know there are lots of things that you can use for your smartphone. Now, these things work just the same with a tablet or things like that, of that nature too. All you need is something with a little plug that looks just like this bad boy right here. That's right. You get this size plug because that's what most of the little holes are, that size. And you can plug it in. There is all kinds of different mics you can use. There's several. Do some research. Just go on and look for them. But the easiest, the simplest, the ones that work the best, if it's just you anyway, is the basic little lapel or lavalier mic. Just clip that bad baby on and plug the other end in and talk away. Audio improved. Now there are other types that are omnidirectional, so you could be talking with a group and it will pick up everyone's voice and it will pick up the surrounding auditory experience as well. But it depends on what you want, what you should look for. Now, when it comes to cameras, there are pretty much the same deal. All kinds of stuff you can use, but the most common is the shotgun mic. Now, here's my rig that I take when I go outside. The camera goes in here, and I use this because the camera doesn't have a shoe on the top to connect the mic, so I got this little rig. But you might be fortunate enough to have a camera with a shoe mount on the top, and you can just slide the mic in that. But I also use it because I can use these two little lights if I need from inside of a dark building, or even if it's a little bit dark outside. These two little lights, they run on battery power. I got rechargeable batteries in here, so yeah, they last a long time anyway. It's just LEDs. They're real nice. They have a little button on the back that they're dimmable. And the shotgun mic is very directional. And the way they work is they pick up right here. Remember that thing I showed you, that pattern? Well, the shotgun mic, it picks up very directional. It picks up right here, a little bit in the back, and even less at the sides. So you can stick this, say you can stand on a sidewalk, have this facing you, and have a street and have cars whizzing by, and you'll hear them, but it won't be as loud as you think, because this is very directional. Very, very directional. Now, this is a cheaper version. I got this one quite some time, a few years ago, because for me at the time when I was starting out, a Rode microphone. I'm sure everybody heard about the Rode microphones, the shotgun mics. Yeah, they were $100 or a couple $100. This thing was like 30. So yeah, I went the cheap route. Now, is the cheap route the best? Probably not, but it is a decent mic. It definitely improved the quality of the sound compared to that camera, that camcorder. Now, different cameras, if you have a better camera, upgraded a quality camera, the microphone's probably a little bit better. It might even be good. It might even be better than that. But there are still so many people that still go out and get those external mics, and they do it for a reason. Now, the lapel mic that I talked about earlier, that can also be used on that type of camera. It has the same plug, same size plug. It uses the same size plug as that and the Rode and everything else that plugs into this to the mic input on your camera. So these are really good because, again, they clip right on you. You put they call them a dead cat, the big fuzzy thing if you're out in the wind, and it cuts down all of that wind noise. And it's real good. It picks up you, and everything around you is kind of muffled and not as loud. Now, what I like to do sometimes if I'm talking to other people is I will set the camera up on a tripod. I will stand behind the tripod. I'll spin this mic around to face me, and I'll hook the lapel mic onto someone in front of the camera. I can ask them questions, so my audio comes through, but they're in front of the camera and they can answer me, and their voice is picked up by the lapel mic, and boom, done. It all gets recorded to the SD card, which you can take out and put in and transfer to your DAW, your digital audio workspace, and work on it and put it all in post in your video auditing software. So again, there's all kinds of different mics that you can use with your camera as well as your smartphone. However, this is what I do, and this is what I suggest. It is the best thing because it eliminates a cable from your camera or whatever to you or anything else or anybody else. It is the digital recorder. That's right, a little digital recorder. This one is a Zoom. They make several different kinds, and there are several different companies. And by the way, this is not a paid promotion. This is all stuff I bought. No one sent me anything and asked me to make a video. This is just what I use. Now, what this does, this is the one I got, is because I got this one because on the top it has this button. So this one you can actually set down somewhere, or it has a mount, so you can mount it to a tripod or some kind of stand. But anyway, you can turn this button and you can make it a front-facing mic, or the front and the back work, or you can click it and make it so it's omnidirectional. All four microphones work at once. So this thing is great because you plug in. Now that's when enough is plugged in, but as soon as you plug something into that microphone port, these mics do not work. So if you plug, say, a lapel mic in, you either get a clip for this and clip it on your belt, or you put it in your pocket or something. You hit record, you run the cable up under your shirt, you just hit record, stick it in your pocket, and you talk. It records to an SD card, and then when you're done, you take the SD card out, again, put it in your computer, move it over to your DAW, your digital audio workspace, and you do it, and then you put it into your video post-production software. Okay, here is the clip that we recorded separately from the camera, and we plugged it in our DAW. So now if you click over here, it selects the entire clip. Now come up here to effects, throw some compression on it first, Boom, that's done. Did you see it move? Then we'll go in here and I will normalize it. What normalizing does is I set it -1 dB. That means not at 0, but at -1. None of these peaks will go above that. Boom, you see it squashed down a little bit. So everything is a nice uniform. All these peaks, none of them will go past -1 dB. So we won't have any clipping or anything. This is what we will use, and we will plug in our video editing software. And the other good thing about these is you want to have, people always say, where do you get your sound effects? Where do you do this? Where do you do that? Can I get sound effects? Yeah, there's lots of places to get free sound effects. But do you want something special? Do you want to just capture some birds or a babbling brook or whatever? If you know where you can go and get that noise, take this thing, set it up, record your noise, your sound, whatever. Again, take it out, put it into your DAW software, play around with it, mix it up, compress it, change the highs, mids, chop it down to whatever size you need, and then boom, save it in a file, and you make your own sound effects. It's pretty easy. These things are great. They're awesome. They're worth their weight in gold if you're out running around making videos. And you don't like that camera mic, these things are good. I'm telling you, you can plug any, takes that same plug as a lavalier mic, it plugs right in, boom, and they're awesome. They're awesome. You're not stuck to these mic. You can use a little handheld mic as long as it has that size plug. You can use a little handheld mic if you want and talk, but your little pack, your little digital recording device is strapped to you, and you don't have to worry about a long cord. Very versatile piece of equipment. And even if you are using a shotgun mic, again, always get a muff, because that wind noise, these things work. Cuts all that wind noise down. Everything I need is in this little bag that I carry around. It has different lenses in here, lens cleaner, straps, charger for the batteries for the cameras and everything else, and all that good stuff that you need. But yeah, a nice little compact, doesn't have to be too big. It's just a little old bag, but it has everything I need in it. And yeah, I can just tote it along with me. Your camera, tripod if you want. When you're a one-man band, you don't have anybody following you around recording you. You got to set up tripods and do all that kind of stuff because you're by yourself. But yeah, that's why those digital recorders are the best, because you clip it to you. You can do your little walking thing and talk at the same time, and your audio is just as loud as if you're 100 feet away, and as it is when you're right in front of the camera. As if you have one of those shotgun mics mounted to the top of your camera on the shoe mount, you have to be kind of like there, so it'll pick up. When you're way back there, you got to scream or it's not going to hear you. As where the digital recording device, you're the same level the whole time because that mic's clipped on you. Awesome deal. But again, the big thing always is, what are your needs? What do you want this microphone for? Do you want it to record everybody? Are you just worried about recording you? So there's lots of different things that you have to take consideration. A shotgun mic might be just what the doctor ordered for you and your needs. Or you might like the idea of that little digital recording device. Or you may like to use the audio recording device, the digital recording device, for its capability of being an omnidirectional mic where you can set somewhere and just let it record everything in the area. Now, with the digital recording microphone, you have to do the syncing of the audio and the video in post-production. Unlike the mic that you plug into your camera, or just using the camera mic, it records it onto the same SD card you pull out, or however you do it, but it goes on an SD card. I pull the SD card out, I put it in the computer, it goes over to the video editing software, and I edit from there. Now, if you use a separate audio device like that recording device, the digital one, you have the camera's video and audio on an SD card, and then you have your audio only on another SD card. So let me show you how all that's done, how you sync it all up to replace the camera's audio with the external or digital recording device. Let me show you how all that's done. All right, so after you open your video editing software, you take your video clip that you got from your camera with your audio and video on it. Then you take your audio clip from your digital recorder and you put that in there. Now you go up here to the video clip. You turn it on and you find the spot. You go ahead and you click record on the camera. Then you go over to your recorder. 1, 2, 3. All right, there we did the clap. That's to sync everything up. So we're going to go back. Right where the hands come apart. Boom. So that is 1 frame before the clap. Put that in the spot, the editing spot. Now we insert another audio track. Take the audio, do the same thing. We let her play. Gonna hear the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There was the clap. Now we're gonna go back 1 frame before. There, we're gonna start it there, and we're gonna put it down here, and we'll line it all up, and bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. Look at that. It's all lined up. That's how simple it is. That's how you use that clap. And here we'll go, if we go forward 1 frame, it should be the clap. There we go, see? It all lined up. This is all lined up. Everything's all lined up. So now you take, well, let's hear the difference. We'll start it here. We'll mute the secondary audio, and we'll play the stuff that came out of the camera. This is how you take an external audio, sync it up with the camera's audio. All right, that was the camera. Now we're gonna mute the camera and play the secondary. This is how you take an external audio. So there you have it. There's the difference. That's what we're doing. Instead of using this is how you take an external. That's just from sitting here in the room. That's the difference between the camera and the other external audio. This is how you take. So there you go. That's the big difference right there. So then all you do is you see when you link these are linked. So when you move it, it moves together. So you unlink it. See, now they move separately, the audio and the video. Delete the camera audio, the other audio, the good stuff, you pull it up, you link it to that. Then all that does is now, whenever you cut, it cuts it both instead of cutting them, separately. Delete that, move that up to the beginning. So it starts there, then you can come down here to the end of your clip. You know how to do the rest of this editing stuff. Get rid of that back part, and there you go. You have your little clip with the good audio replacing the crappy, tinny, nasty camera audio. Okay, that's all I got for this one. I'm going to wrap it up. We learned how to put some external microphones on your camera, your smartphone, your tablet, to use with all these things to get some better audio and get away from them crappy little tinny microphones that are on all these things we have. And the next one, I got another one coming out, and it's going to be how to take a mic XLR cables into a mixing board. And no, it doesn't have to be a giant one. It could be just a little 2-channel mixing board, and how to get it from the mixing board to your computer into whatever software you're using, so you can use that microphone, whether you're on a Zoom call or you're using OBS or whatever else to stream on YouTube, or you're doing podcasts or interviews or talking head videos or all that good stuff. We're going to go over that next. That's right. We're talking about the big boy stuff. We're getting more high tech as we go. So you can go back to the other videos and check out some of the other stuff I talked about. We kind of started at, we're just starting out. We got a laptop and we're going to go, and we're slowly moving on up. And I even showed you how to get in your DAW, how to tweak some things, and how to take that external audio, put it in your video editing software, sync everything up, replace the crappy camera audio with some good audio. Yeah, you guys know you heard the difference. Way better, wasn't it? Come on. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And above all, don't forget to please subscribe. This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.